Hello and welcome back to Cream Puff Blaze Modern Skyblock 2. Hey. Everything's gone a little bit wrong down here. Mainly as a result of my abysmal attempts at making a half-decent mob spawning system last episode. But it has been good because I've had to try and level up my swords, and this seems to be working quite well for it. Apologies if this makes anyone dizzy. Certainly makes me dizzy. Die in the face. You too. And yeah, I see ya. I see ya. Bam. Yeah, okay. Good. Right. How are we doing? 138. Not too shabby. Right, let's go back up. Today's episode. In today's episode, we are fighting the Wither boss. That's the plan. And I also have a plan for a thing going on over here, which I've set up. Not sure about the layout of it, but I'm going to do it anyway. And if I don't like it, I'll change it off camera. Speaking of off camera, I laid down some more grass. That's it. Oh no, I went back to the Twilight Forest, or I set up our portal again and prettied this up. Oh, and this thing. I forgot I did this. I thought I was quite getting into Botania, and I thought I was doing quite well with it. So I've set up this. I need more Ender Flames, but this is kind of my mana producing system. What I've got here is a mana battery, which is basically a whole heap of mana pools. What you do is you put a spark in the middle and then all these sparks around the outside. And the spark in the middle has what's called a recessive augment, right? Recessive augment, which is made pretty simply. So pixie dust is, I think, a mana pearl into the portal of Elfheim, a rune of earth, which we had one laying around, and a mana steel. So if I put that one on here, all of these dudes are pointed right in the center. And what this recessive does is it says that this spark is going to share what's ever in this mana pool with any other spark around it. So basically what that means is as these fill up, as this middle one fills up, all of the outside ones get filled up instead. And this middle one doesn't get filled up until everything else is. So effectively, we get, if we fill this up, we get 9 full mana pools. So this is kind of going to be our big mana section. And I'm going to set another load up here. And I'm going to change where this is because I don't like it. What I actually thought of doing was bringing all of this down so it kind of curves around and hooks into this. So all of this I'd kind of have as cliff face would kind of go around there, and I'd bring a kind of hill mountain thing that came down here, and then we could build a house up here and get rid of the staircase, get rid of this path, so that basically meant we could have all of our Botania stuff set up here, and the sparks could just send off the mana wherever we needed it to. That was my thought anyway. So we might do that today. No, we won't do that today. No, that's a silly thing. We're fighting the Wither today. So anyway, that's what I did off camera. And I've also started this, which is just some stuff for refined storage, which I was going to do today, but I thought, no, I've got enough. We've set up the controller because we need it, and the solderer is just making lots and lots of processors because we're going to need lots and lots of processors. So I thought I'd get a jump on it so, you know, we don't have that, you know, particular cream puff way of doing things where you just kind of sit there and I have to do things off camera because I wasn't prepared enough for the episode. So instead of doing that, I thought I might just, you know, skip that step and, you know, be prepared for a change. So I've plonked down all of my cows in a jar, and these are slowly generating milk for our milk buckets. Blah, 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 blah. Last time I fought the Wither, which was in my hardcore world, I didn't need them at all. So I don't know if I still need them. That's the chemical reactor, is exactly what we want. If I've done this right. No. Interesting. Golden apple. I was sure this was how we did it. Golden apple. It's 8 blocks of gold. Ah, of course, because there's blocks of gold around a thing. So, gold. Put 8 blocks of gold in there, and this will give us actually a notch apple, which is exactly what we want. I figure I fought the Wither in my hardcore world. Completely didn't cheese it. Fought it 100% fairly. With just you know, enchanted diamond armor and stuff. Surely, in this world of exploding iridium bolts and, you know, an enderium iridium cleaver. By the way, I wouldn't actually suggest using iridium for a sword. I would change, mainly because it tends to, see, do that. So if you randomly hit things that you can break instantly, it just does. You can see 40% is just, yeah, it breaks things really, really quickly, which is kind of annoying. 4 notchy apples do not give me much saturation, but that is okay. And bucket of milk. I think I'm kind of okay. I feel okay with this. I don't know whether I should. We're going to fight one today. Soul sand. I'll bring a buttload of soul sand. The other thing, actually, is I searched wither just to see if there was anything I could do around this wither. Withering soul. It drops through and withers. Interesting. And what can I use this for? 3 of them. Well, what are the chances I'm going to get 3 of them? Anyway, I found here that I could get the syringe of the wither skeleton, which would be good, because that means we could use it out of spawner, but also we could actually just get the syringe of the wither boss. So I thought I might try and do that today. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Actually, I'll finish my mum's spaghetti. I'm getting some really weird lag, and also I have to apologise. I'm still on this windowed mode for OBS, because it's just not working, and I don't know why. So, yeah, whatever. I shall live with it. I shall muddle through. Alright, I think I've got everything. I've built myself a satchel, which I'm going to keep all my tools in. I thought that might be a good idea. And let's go fight a wither. And just see how we go. We're going to do it in the Twilight Forest, because there's no way I'm doing it here. And if I do it in the Beneath, I'm just going to get killed by the Grue. So, let's just dive on in, shall we? That was terrible. Okay, let's try that again. Cut. Let's just dive on in, shall we? Oh, look at that. I actually fell. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so I still haven't reinstalled. Yeah, that's another thing that seems to happen around here. There's random explosions. But anyway, I haven't installed Journey Map again, so even though I've got this, I'm just going to do that so it's in my little thingy down here. And we'll just fly / run away in this direction for, you know, some blocks. Just because I don't want it, I don't want to risk the wither blowing up anything that's, you know, worth not blowing up. Turns out I was getting all excited. I was getting all excited about these wither. It's a crow. I need you for a quest. Come here. Did I get it? I got a raven's feather, which we can use to make the mage map focus. That's brilliant. I tell you what. That sounded cool. You can so tell that I've been watching a lot of Scar because I just keep singing. I just said I got a mage map focus, which is just a real Scar thing to do. Anyway, man, you'd think I'd drunk coffee. I feel kind of hyperactive. The game is loading really poorly at the moment. It was doing this before as well, and I think it's possibly, I don't want to blame OBS, but I feel like it's this windowed mode thing. Nothing's quite worked. That's the other thing about Iridium, actually. It just destroys this stuff, and I don't get anything back from it. Cranberry leaves. Can I... Oh, shrubwood. I like that as an idea. Let's break it. I don't actually use the tool that I've got to break it. Thanks. Oh, stick. Oh, well, that sucked. I was hoping to get like a sapling or a bushling. Alright, we need a nice little area to fight him in. Something a little bit open. I know it's a forest, but, you know, there's going to be something. Could fight him on top of a tree. Not a terrible idea, but also kind of a terrible idea. I need somewhere that I can hide. These things up here, I've seen them around. These are from Silence Gems, which is annoying because I thought they'd be cooler. I don't dislike Silence Gems on the whole. But it's Chaos Node. I'm sure you can do something with it. You can probably absorb chaos from it. What was that noise? You can probably absorb chaos from it, which would be quite good. Ooh. I mean, no. See, this is one of the areas that we need to go, but the problem is once I get here, I get this jiggery-pokery going on because I haven't completed any of the quests, and then I get blinded. And I think I'm going to be having enough fun with the Wither to not have to deal with being blind at the same time. You know, I'm old-fashioned like that. Oh, I've just found a chance cube. I think I'm just going to have to go for it, right? Okay. I knew there was a reason I'd run away from that. Ooh, got a canopy tree, though. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Hello. You were unexpected. You were not something I was expecting to see here today, but it's definitely something I'd like to do. Ah, yes, this is this area. Not going in there today. Man, nowhere really wants to just allow me to exist, does it? If I could find one of those mazes, that wouldn't be terrible, because at least it's fairly open. Just hover over here a little bit. Aha, here we go. This seems perfectly fine. Sure, nothing wrong with this whatsoever. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. Like, come on. I've got this that does some damage. What does it do? 20 damage plus... Yeah, 20 damage plus 15. So that's like 30-something damage, and this does 20-something damage. Look. It wouldn't surprise me if the Wither was buffed for this mod pack, but... It also wouldn't surprise me if it was just regular. So, I'll put you there, blip. Let's wither this. Let's wither this. I'm not sure if that's the best thing to say at this point. Bam. Hey, you. What do I get? All of the good things. Come on, explode. Do your thing. There was something I forgot I was going to do. Where are you? Oh, yeah, this is no probs. No problem, mate. Except for the lag. The lag's a problem. So I feel like I'm trying to shoot something that's not actually there. Why are we in the sky? Oh, no. Where's he gone? Oh, yeah, he is. Fine. You want to fight up here? We'll fight up here. I killed the Wither. Yeah, that was really easy. Don't need sand. Don't need melon seeds. We get a soul gem for the Wither. And a nether star. Why, thank you, sir. So what can we do with these soul gems? I'd really like to know. I can make a tool soul. Craft a tool or an armor piece allows the item to level up and gain skills. Okay, that's kind of cool. But there, we have our nether star, which allows us to do just all of the things. So many things. Wow. I thought it said opium core. I'm like, I don't really want an opium core. The structure frames, you need one each. And I forgot to do the thing I was going to do. Damn it. Damn it. I was going to try and steal a Wither. I'm getting attacked by an invisible skeleton. Not very keen on this as a thing, just in general. You know, I enjoyed it so much the first time. Thought I might just go for a second. Actually, I forgot to get the syringe going on him, so I'm hoping I can do that this time. And I'll get rid of you. Or take a screenshot of you. Boop. Oh, that was a big shot. Okay, here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, oh, I forgot to take my apple. Forgot to take my apple. Just, okay. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake. Okay. Is it filled? 100%. Good. Yeah, dude. You're trash, mate. I mean, I'm just using it as XP for my sword now. We're really high up. Let's just go down here a little bit. It's just a bit silly going down here, isn't it? I also have no more XP left, which means my final My final hit is my death. And this... why did I eat them so quickly? I don't know. Boom! Hey, I got a Withering Soul. And another Nether Star. Wunderbar. Good. Alright, so that is good. Now we have a full syringe. I kind of have a feeling that it's going to require me to pump in like wither skeleton skulls or something into it. I just feel like it just feels a little bit too easy if I don't need to do that, you know? But let's go find out. Let's chuck this in our spawner and see what is necessary to spawn and wither. Be interesting. Alright, let's just go all the way down here. And get rid of you. I thought I pressed X there for a second and that got me a bit nervous. So, let's just have a look here. We'll take out the skeleton and we'll swap you for the wither. Oh yeah, so you need, well, one nether star, presumably, is worth quite a bit of that. It needs 20,000 RF and it needs soul sand. That's not actually that bad, really. Just depends on how much a nether star is worth. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But it has made me think we'll get ourselves a wither skeleton spawner. But actually, what I need to do more than anything is a mob imprisonment tool, which requires a ghast tier. So mob imprisonment tool. This one, which requires a ghast tier. So what we're working on is getting the flawless calculator. So you can just do all of this with blaze rods to get a ghast tier. And to get a flawless calculator, we need an end diamond, which it takes a lot of stuff. Electric diamond, which is just a fire diamond in the conductor mast. Oh, that's kind of it. Oh no, we can do it in an energetic infuser, and then the flawless diamond, which we need the atomic binder for, which we're pretty close to getting, and then a flawless assembly, which is easy enough, which takes an atomic assembly, which is easy, blah blah blah, calculator screen, easy. So actually, with ash, this thing should be fairly close to a singularity. Yes. Interesting. All right, so let's chuck all of this stuff away. Zippity-doo-dah. I've got the Wraithman's Feather, which is good, which means in an episode coming up, in a very special... Sorry about that. I just saw that distorted. In a very special... We're going to explore the Twilight Forest, do all of that thing. Be very cool. What am I looking for? What did I just throw away? My crossbow. My angry bow. So put you back. And let's get on to what we're going to be doing in this episode now that we've fought the wither. You know, just start an episode, fight the wither, kill it. Beautiful. Perfect. Lovely, mate. Lovely. I love your work. It's beautiful. So, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm talking like I'm on speed or something. Reactant dynamo we need, and I'm going to explain what we're going to be doing, which I'm very excited about, and actually was one of the reasons I started thinking about the refined storage system. I can't talk and do this at the same time, so you'll have to bear with me for a second. Superlaminar fluid duct, right. So the reason we're building this, so refined storage, for those that don't know, refined storage was the Applied Energistics version. I'm going to use the word rip-off, but the version, it was the 1.10 version, I think, of Applied Energistics, because there was no 1.10 version at the time. So a group or a guy recreated Applied Energistics and made it refined storage. Now, obviously, AE2 came to 1.12, so now we have both. There's a few things that refined storage does better. So the first thing is, I wonder if I can, there's a little thing, is it that or this? And I reckon we can do at applied, yes, good. So, I get both of the things up. The thing you'll notice about the drives with Applied Energistics, I think I've talked about this before. So a 1K ME storage cell holds 1024 bytes, which is equivalent to 1024 items, and 63 types. So what that means is it can hold 63 different types of items and a total of 1024 items, okay? So you might have, you know, you could have 900 of one thing and like 130 something of another thing or whatever, you know what I mean? So as you go up, you can store more, so that 16Ks allow you to store 16,000 items, but still only 63 types. So obviously that's still a lot. So if you have, you know, we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so 10, 20, 29, like 30 times 63 different types, which is still a lot. And we've got a lot of 16K storage cells. So we can store a lot, which is good, because as we go further into this mod pack, we're going to be storing just hundreds of thousands of millions of items. So the difference with the refined storage is, you'll notice, so a 1K storage disk stores 1,000 items, just flat. Doesn't matter about types, just 1,000 items. 4K storage is 4,000 items, all the way up to their 64K, which is 64,000 items. Okay, so it doesn't matter about types. So I like that. The next thing is that these are also a lot cheaper. Okay, so in order to make the 1K storage part, it takes silicon, that, and quartz enriched iron, which is the only tough bit, which is quartz and crushed quartz and iron in a chemical reactor. So we've been doing a bit of that off camera. And then the 4K storage parts takes these basic processes, which is the same thing in the solderer. Okay, it's a little bit simpler in the way that they do it, really, I think. Anyway, the second reason is that if you go here, fluid storage. So refined storage naturally just takes fluids. You don't have to do anything special. Whereas if you go to applied energistics, in order for it to accept fluid, you need, where is it? You need an addition. Actually, it's not even applied energistics. It's extra cells or something. So it's a mod outside applied energistics that you need to do that allows you to import and export fluids into your recipes and stuff, whereas refined storage just does it absolutely automatically. So the few things that I like is that, first of all, just a little bit more simple. And the third thing actually is that their cables, they just have a cable, and it is it has no channels or anything like that. So you can put as many different things on the one cable as you like. So at the moment here, I've got this massive cables all over the place because there's too many channels here, there, and everywhere, and it's really a bit of a hassle, whereas this, just as many things as you like. So I really, really like that. It still has all of the usual stuff. So it has crafting, like auto crafting. It has the only downside, I guess, is that this is the crafter. This, you have to attach an entire block instead of these nice, neat little things here, which I quite like. So I like these, but instead of having the whole block. But that's kind of a minimal, really, idea. So what I'm most interested in is the fact that we can store fluids in here. Because I have this plan, right? We're creating 8,000 RF per tick using this thing, and that's fine. I mean, it's good. 8,000 RF per tick is doing us very, very well. Almost 9,000 RF per tick, actually. It's doing us fine. We're creating all of the energy we need. The problem is that every Let's Player, every like mod pack, they all just go to a big reactor and then it just gets bigger and bigger, and yeah, whatever. It's kind of boring. I mean, it's good and it's a good thing, but I've decided I want to get a bit more creative. What do you think you're doing? Stupid thing. Oh, I got a wizard's hat. I'm bored of it. I don't want to have to try and just build a bigger reactor. So I want to do something a little bit inventive and creative. So here's what I've come up with, right? We have these reactant dynamos from thermal expansion. So what they require is a fluid and a solid, and different combinations of them produce different different amounts of power. So we could do energized glowstone and gunpowder, which will generate a total of 125,000 RF. There's zephyrium, erythium, and petrothium dust, which will do 400,000. Destabilized redstone in a gas tier. Destabilized redstone and blaze powder. Redstone and sugar. Energized glowstone in a gas tier. Petrothium and erythium. Anyway, all of these. And eventually I'd like to get to something like this. But what we're going to be doing is energized glowstone. So 100 millibuckets of energized glowstone and 1 blaze powder. It gives you 200,000 RF, and maxed out, we can make these generators do 600 RF per tick, which is obviously a far cry from the 8,000 here, but that's why we've made 20 of them. So I've kind of made a build of this in creative, and I thought it looked really cool. So I made a bit of a creative world as part of this mod pack. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then hopefully this just works in the way that I'm hoping it will. And it looks very, very cool. Okay, it's not working so far, but that's okay. We'll just do this. Oh, so we just... whatever. We'll have to twist them all around. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to do 2 lots of that, okay? Just bear with me. I promise that all will make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And the thing is, what I'm doing here is inherently less efficient. So if you're someone that loves efficiency, you are not going to like this setup whatsoever. Because it is not in the least bit efficient. So let's get our crescent hammer and just twist them around until they're all... Whoop. So dip, 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 dip. There we go. So this is what I kind of envisioned in my head when I first came up with... I've never really liked the look of these dynamos. However, I've never used them like this. And when these are powered, the cool thing about it is you get a glow on here, so a red glow, and then a yellow glow going on those. So if you have a look at that, so that's going to be our power. And what I like is it kind of looks like this kind of fusion core, which is really, really cool. So we've got flux ducts going down the middle, and then we have these super laminar fluid ducts. So these are the best fluid ducts that you can get, and these are going to be feeding energized glowstone into the back of this, okay, into the back of each machine. And the cool thing about that is that you're going to be able to see the bright yellow fluid going in there. It's a shame that I haven't figured out a way to make this more compact, really, because I wanted it a little bit smaller, so I didn't quite want it to be this big thing that I have here. Well, we could actually... Ooh. So what I'm thinking is instead of doing it like this, we could put more... Oh, that's not a bad idea. Let's just see what that would look like. Hang on. Let's just... Can I just... No, wait, let me... I was going to try and vein mine that thing, or excavate, I think is its official title in this. It's not vein miner, it's ore excavator. So what if we just did... like this? I mean, that might look kind of cool as well. Let's just try this out and see. All right. And then we would need these laminar, super laminar fluid ducts. Kind of expensive, but not too bad. Okay, and then they could just go there. Interesting. I actually think I like that more. But I won't do any at the back. That's the only difference. So that's what, 15? So 15 at 600 thing is pretty much, that's 9,000 RF per tick. So this, if we do 2 columns like this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap these. All right, so we're going to have that, and then, no, that's not going to work, actually. I've just realized what we need to get this back, and boop, boop, boop. Okay. So we're going to have to change the shape of these a little bit. Not the item ducts, we want super laminar fluid ducts, we'll do that and that. And then what we will have is these item ducts, because we also need to feed it blaze powder constantly. So this is what I mean about it's not going to be efficient, is that we need to feed it blaze powder constantly, we need to feed it energized glowstone. Whereas the one that I've got, this reactor, you just need to give it yellowite and it's happy. But you know what? This is about beauty, not about efficiency. How are we doing for blaze powder, by the way? 255. We haven't made a recipe for it yet. How are we doing for gunpowder? So what this will mean, right? 9,000 is pretty good. What this will mean, and what I'm quite excited about, is in order for this to run efficiently, I'm going to need a constant stream of blaze powder. So I'm going to need to 100% automate blaze powder production. So exploding gunpowder to make blaze powder. And then for the energized glowstone, what we can actually do is melt down the clathrate, which we have tons of at the moment, and we get from our void ore miner. And the good thing about this is one clathrate, it melts super quickly, and it gives us 250 millibuckets. And 100 millibuckets, so half a clathrate basically, will give us 200,000 RF per tick. Oh, sorry, 200,000 RF and 600 RF per tick. Okay, I've been doing all of this kind of just experimentally just to see how it works. Yeah, I don't really have enough in there to kind of show this off. So the plan is that hidden within all of this, so you imagine this is all glowing. I'm gonna wrap it in glass. I had originally planned just to be able to see through this window, but what I think I might do is do like a big window in glass right there. Do a bit of chisel and bitsing. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a tank here that's going to be fed liquid from our refined storage system, and that's going to pump the energized glowstone into all of our machines. And right here there'll be some kind of storage system, probably just a chest, or we might do something a bit fancier, which will also feed blaze powder into here, into our... Oh no, because I need to be able to feed blaze powder into here. Actually, this might work out quite well if we do it this way. So, because I need to feed both of these. Ooh. Oh yeah, baby. Yes. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's good. How much nicer does that look than a big square with some enderium in it, you know? That looks like an actual machine. So what we might actually end up doing is just do one big row of these. I think that might be cooler than what I originally had planned. So let's just get some of this, and let's just go full ball into this. So blip and blip and blip. Oop. So what we're going to do then is we'll just do this, and I'll just put my last one right. Nope. Not at all where I was wanting to put it. Just there. Okay. I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. Be a good boy. Thank you. Okay. So I'll just do a massive tower of them right in the center. And then what we can do is feed these under here, and then we'll just have one central point underground that will feed them what they need. Yes. And I'll still have these kind of wrapping around here, because I think this is the thing that makes it look the coolest. I think the super laminar fluid ducts, which you're gonna have to make some more of. Bloop and bloop. And just for prettiness sake, I mean, this is all kind of pointless because I'm actually going to end up moving this, because if we'll just go for one thing of them, I'll just put it in the middle here. And what I kind of envision is, hopefully I'll put up a picture, but what I envision is I want to make a little mini version of Midgard from geez, lag much. Mini version of Midgard from Final Fantasy VII. So that was a very industrial power plant looking place, and that's what I'm going for. That's what I want to do. So what I've got here is this corp block. So let's just I'll show off a little bit what I'm going to do, and it's going to take some chisel and bitsing. I've done a little bit off camera. I'm just going to have to grab all of my bit bags, mainly because I don't know which one has exactly what I want in it. I need that. I need my corp. You are my corp. And then I've got, where are you? I need you and you. Okay, my two chiseled. Okay, that just throws random bits on the ground if you press R. Bit weird. Bit weird. Okay, so... yep, 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 and yep, good. Okay, that all went a bit strange. So, the plan is I get this corp. Oh, I didn't even grab the big selection of corp I need. So, corp block is one of an X-tones block. So, what you do is you make these X-tones tiles, and then you can basically scroll wheel all of the blocks. So corp could be this, or 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can implement some of this into the build if we would like as well. But what I liked is it just gives me a plain black, kind of slightly metallic feel about it, which is what we want. Let's just get out my builder's wand. Way too much stuff in this inventory. Okay, and then what I thought we'd do is kind of wrap it like this, but then we have this. Yes, I need this one. I've done a little bit of a design with glass, but I need more, apparently. Let me just get more glass. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah. Damn. Yes, okay, good. So I've got my chisel to design, which is this one that I need. Let's try that again. And so what I've done is... Yes. Oh, you... Really? Oh, you... Stupid skeleton. So what I've done is... might be easier if I do this. I've cut out a little bit out of the start of here, so you can't really tell. Well, you can kind of tell, which is a little bit annoying, but and what it gives you is that darker aspect to it, which is what I'm kind of going for. You kidding me? Am I out already? Oh, stupid inventory. You can go away, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away. You can nom into my body. Am I really out? Wow, I just nommed 3. Oh, I need to make another one. Honestly, I tried to be organised. Nom 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 nom. Okay, and so we're going to go for this kind of vibe. But what we're also going to do, I think, is we'll leave this down the bottom. And if have I got some corp on me? Any of these got corp in them? Corp? You got some corp. It's a stupid name for a block. I mean... Sorry, that's really offensive, but I don't want to sit here and be like, I've got some corp, I just need some corp. Alright, so single bit, what we actually want is a drawn region. And what we want is to replace. And we will replace all of this up to about there, like that. And all of this across here up to about there, right? A little bit higher. Boop. Yep. So we have that, and well, actually, we're going to replace all of that. Now that I think about it, including that bit. Yep. So all of the sides, because we don't want it to be glass on the sides. I only want to be able to see it from here. Good. And then. Kind of like the idea of... I was going to go for like a nice curve. But what might be cooler is something like this. So now draw region. Zip. 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 Like that. Will this look cool? Find out after the break. It's really hard to tell. Yep. Yeah, I get it. No, I get it. I think I get it. Don't know if I get it. Let's just jip, and just do you there, and then get rid of you, and then do you there, and then do that. Alright, so what if we did... See, that kind of looks cool. Well, the other side of this is that I wanted to have rounded corners. So let's just... Just do this, and do... And... bring back the chisel. Draw me a region that's about, I don't know, not that big. That'll work. There is so much stuff hovering around me. I'm really just, go away mutton, go away arrow, all of that stuff, okay? So we're going to kind of do that. And just have a bit of an idea like this. How's that going to look? Yeah, might have a bit of a play around with this, but can you see how cool this is going to look? Imagine, so you're going to be able to see bright yellow there. These are going to be, you're going to see flashes of red in there. These are going to be glowing yellow here. It's going to look very, very cool. Just requires a little bit of work on our part to get it there. So let me work on this for a little bit. And I'll see what kind of thing I can come up with. Alright, I've done a little bit. I just took down quite a bit around the outside just because I couldn't get the shape right. I really like this curve here, but I'm not really sure what kind of shape I want to do after that. That's a little bit of an issue that I'm having. So, I think I kind of imagined this curve would follow round, but as it turns out, I've done it really sharp. So, I kind of think I might curve it and then just do kind of a straight line that goes there and then curve it. I don't know, but I really like this kind of front face, and you can imagine when that's all going, that's going to look quite good. But I think I need to bring this down. I just wonder if I can do it this way. If I just smash these, and then... they're my corner bits, definitely, but these are the rounded bits, I think. Let's just there's so much crap when you start playing with this. Okay, that's, yep, okay, that was the right one, and that's not the right one, so we'll just break you. You the right one? Yes. Oh, would you look at that? Actually worked a treat. Okay, so now we need corp block there, corp block there. Not that one. We need the full. Nothing but corp. Not that one. Do we have the one that's all corp? Yeah, we do. My inventories there, and then you're just a full corp block, I believe. That's how it should look, and that should give us a bit of a better shape, I think. Yeah, that's better. That's better. And I might come in here, and we could probably cut some of this out a little bit as well. But we probably don't really need to. Maybe off the top, just a smidge. So we might do a little bit of a dome cutout. Potentially. Actually, yeah, we'll probably have to. We'll probably have to. Just because, well, let's kind of do this together. If I get out my corp, yes, right here. You're still set to draw region. Good. So what I want to do is we'll just do from here. Draw region upwards. There. Yeah, no. I want replace set. And then we should just be able to draw you straight through and then up so that you're matching with that. So we're down one, bloop, and then we can come across this way to here. I'm sure there's possibly a better way to do this. Not really sure. Actually, could I set up a line? Yes. Aha. Much better. And doop, 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 and doop. Yeah, that looks much better. Much, much, much better that way. Okay, so we'll finish this off, and then I think that'll kind of be it for today. I have no idea how long I've been recording for, but I don't really have any more time to do it today. So I think we might, if it is a shorter episode, I do apologize, but I tried to grab some time when I did. I really wanted to do the wither and share this with you guys. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, so we'll do that up the top as well, and then we'll finish this off. All right, it's become clear to me I'm not going to get this done. So what I've done is just replicated this design on all four sides. And what we're going to do here eventually, not tonight, I am going to make kind of a window here as well. So I want windows on all four sides. I think that would look really cool because I want to be able to see this as much as possible. And I think when we're done, this is going to look kind of good. It's a lot bigger than I wanted, but at the same time, the design in the middle, but I love the look of it. It's just so pretty. And once we get all the lights going in here and stuff, it's going to look really good. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. We'll get it done in the next episode. And we'll also get this refined storage system sorted, which is going to live over here as well. So this is going to be the centerpiece of like a big, well, I don't know how to do it really. There'll be some pipes coming off the side. So we might end up not having any glass on the left and the right, because I kind of wanted pipes coming out of those, but at the same time we'll see what we can do. But yes, that is pretty much going to do it for today. A little bit of a strange episode, but I cannot wait for this thing to get going. And I've lost the laminar duct, and those things are not super easy to make. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. Thanks for your support on the series, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Cream Puff Plays Modern Skyblock 2. Bye-bye.